everybody, Terrence Pop here with another episode of Live from the Lair. Today we're going to go over a couple articles you guys sent me, and they're pretty good, you know, but they're not like Friday episode kind of good. I mean, going to go into some more National Guard stories. You know, I'm basically consolidating what I have here. You know, there's probably 2 more pages to go. It'll probably take me a while to get through all those. You know, I'm still brainstorming. Get on the phone, call some guys, and see if I can knock loose any of the pebbles bouncing around in my head here. But anyway, this first article here is, I'm sure you've all heard on the news, the Dine and Dash dater. Okay, he's facing new charges because it was in the news that he's getting hammered. I think he's got like 9 to 11 counts of doing this. This is basically, you know, a modified Dine and Dash situation, which at best is a misdemeanor. And this dude is facing like 16 years, 10 months in prison. Now, the reason this is so bad is this individual pulled this shit in California, and he did this shit in Los Angeles County, which is LA, and that district attorney is a white knighting mangina. And this got national press, so this guy's fucked. Okay, he's going to get a felony, he's going to wind up living the streets, you know, he's fucked, you know, and basically this is just misdemeanor asshole behavior, but it gets better. Okay, so he was hit with 4 new felony counts of extortion, with 1 felony count of grand theft auto. I don't know what that is. If he did steal a car, that's a whole different animal. Dining and dashing falls far short of extortion. You know, it's just fucking bullshit. Okay, so the individual's pleading not guilty. So that means if he loses in court, he's probably going to get the full deal, which is 16 years, 10 months if he's found guilty on all counts. He'll probably do 2 to 4 years, and his life will be fucked because he'll be convicted of a felony, which apparently you can get convicted of a felony for doing just about anything nowadays, which is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, in my opinion, the justice system is just designed to keep you fucking, you know, keep their boot on your fucking neck, and you never get out of it. So, I mean, once you're convicted of a felony, why fucking stop? Might as well get the whole ball of wax and start whacking people, I guess, and make it worth it. I don't know. I mean, I don't condone that, but I would understand it if it was to happen. Okay, now prosecutors allege between May of 2016 and April of 2018, so basically 2 years, just shy. He would meet women through dating apps, take them out to dinner, but before the check came, he would basically skip out. Dick move, bro. It's a dick move. Got it. See, 8 women reported paying the bills themselves, and 1 in the belief that the defendant was going to pay her back. Dummy. This is hilarious. Let's see. 2 of the restaurants allegedly, Gonzalez Dine that, you know, basically wrote the bill off as, you know, fuck it. You know, we're not going to charge you for this. I mean, I personally don't see why they did that. I mean, she ate the food too. They should have made her fucking pay it. So the total amount that this individual defrauded is $950. $950 for 16 years, 10 months. People commit murder and get out in 10 years with good behavior. And this guy's going to get 16 years, 10 months for skipping out on some dinners? Are you fucking kidding me? Does he have any prior convictions? I mean, what the fuck? At one of these dinners, he ordered a chicken dish and 4 lobster tails, in addition to an expensive bottle of wine and a souffle for dessert. Now, what part of 4 lobster tails did this woman not understand that this dude is gonna fucking run out on his? I mean, if you know you're not paying for dinner, you might as well eat with 2 fists, because fuck it, you're not paying for it. Why not get 4 lobster tails? I love lobster, and if I was going to do some shit like this, I guess I'd order 4 lobster tails too. What a fucking asshole. Man, let's see. Majori Moon, you know, was one of the dates. Said Gonzalez told her that he had to make a phone call, and eventually the waiter came up and told Gonzalez that he had left. Wah. Cry me a river, bitch. I couldn't believe it, Moon said. I just handed the waiter my credit card and just want to go home. $250 later, I was out the door. This guy's an evil genius. How the fuck they caught this guy, I have no idea. He probably used his real name or something stupid like that. But anyway, cry me a river, Miss Moon. You're an idiot. Let's see. In a separate case, Gonzalez is accused of walking out of a hair salon without paying after, retaining their services. Which basically, if you're dissatisfied with what they do, you're authorized to walk the fuck out and say, sue me. Because if they fuck your shit up, I got it. But with all these charges, he's facing a maximum of 16 years, 10 months in prison. What the fuck? This is what the world's coming to, gentlemen. This is what it's coming to. Pretty soon, they're just going to hammer you for anything. They're already going after guys for felonies for not paying child support, even though they're setting these child support rewards way too high. Men can't even afford to pay them. But fuck it, I've on the 2CC side of what I do, since 2008, I've talked to roughly 5,800 to 6,200 individuals, mainly veterans, almost all men, and non-custodial parents. And I can recall probably half a dozen cases where the individual was out of work, they wouldn't lower the child support, and he had to pay it directly out of his 401k, wound up getting hammered by the IRS because he couldn't fucking pay it back, and they don't fucking care. So anyway, gentlemen, in my opinion, you should walk on eggshells around the women in the Western world and just leave them be. Sooner or later, they'll die on the vine. That's just the way it is. All right, second one here. This is one of my favorite fucking things right here. It's called the Ranger School Conspiracy. Okay, I just want to say, before I get into this, I went to Ranger School. When I was sent there from the 2nd Ranger Battalion, and when you go from the regiment, they send you to Regimental Pre-Ranger. And back when I went to Ranger School, it was 78 days long and consisted of 4 phases. There was a desert phase in there, which has been removed, which I don't understand since we've been at war in desert environments for the past 18 fucking years. So that's stupid. But anyway, when I got out of Ranger School, when I left, I was like 158 to 165. When I finished Ranger School, I was somewhere between 132 to 138 pounds, depending if I had drank in my water, and had a full stomach. And I looked like a concentration camp victim. You can just Google Ranger School graduation photos. You go to the Fort Benning site. I graduated on September 11th, 1990. You go to the right corner. I'm like the 2nd or 3rd row up, 2 or 3 guys from the edge. That's me, the guy with the big nose, standing there fucking almost looks like he's gonna fucking pass out. That was me. Okay, so the lies from Fort Benning just keep coming. I say, shocker. Let's see, in 2015, the former Secretary of Defense, Ash and Trash Carter, desperately needed some proof, real or fraudulent, that women could hack it in combat arms. The $36 million Marine Corps study couldn't do that. It clearly showed in minute detail how all female and co-ed units were slaughtered by male units in simulated combat. Slaughtered. Okay, this is the reality on the ground. This isn't football, baseball, hockey, boxing, where there's, safety and people care about the people on the other side and nobody really wants to get anybody maimed or hurt. This is fucking war. Okay, when you go to war, the people on the other side, it's your job to make them die, quit, or run away. Those are it, or die trying. Okay, period. And apparently, with units that are all female or have women in them, the units are getting hammered by all male units. Okay, all right. Enter Captain Greist. and First Lieutenant Haver, who along with several other females were attending Ranger School down at Fort Benning, Georgia. The word quickly went out there would be 1 or 2 Lady Rangers present to the world in order to give Carter proof, needed to authorize women to serve in combat arms and special operation forces in the U.S. military. Social experiment. Social experimentation is taking place on your frontline fighters, which are airborne rangers and ranger and airborne infantry kind of guys. That's bad. That's not good. Let's see. As Geist and Haver went through the grueling course and then graduated, rumors began to seep out that they were given special treatment in the form of dietitians, endless chances to repeat the school, multiple opportunities to pass patrols, showers every 3 days. And there's this comment in here about pink curtains on their foxhole. Bullshit, but whatever. Okay, now, if you want to see something that's fucking crazy, you can find pictures of these women on the day they graduated from Ranger School, and they've got pretty chubby cheeks and plump appearances. You don't look like that when you get done with Ranger School. You are walking like 12 to 20 miles a day. Some days you're not getting any fucking sleep. You're living on 22 to 2,400 calories, which is 1 MRE. They may give you 2 now, I don't know. But still, that, fuck, dude, you're burning through probably 5,000 to 7,000 calories a day, because you're doing all that walking up and down hills, pounding water, dealing with heat and cold, and carrying a rucksack full of your shit and all of the extra gear that the platoon needs. Now, another thing they do in Ranger School is to graduate, you need to have a minimum of a 50-50 record in patrolling, which means if you get 8 patrols, 4 of them have to be goes, and 4 can be no-goes. And one of the patrols that goes has to be a major go, which is either platoon sergeant or PL go. All right, when I graduated with a 50-50 record. I literally left the back pocket on my ass on the barbed wire getting out of Ranger School because I barely fucking made it. All right, now if I can barely fucking make it, I don't think that these women were able to do it without a lot of fucking help, looking the other way, and coaching, which you're not supposed to do. I mean, there's one standard and it's supposed to apply to everyone. Apparently, it's not, which is fucking shameful. People's Magazine reporter Susan Keating seemed to confirm the rumors in her September of 2015 in an article titled "Wasn't Fixed." The Army general told subordinates, "A woman will graduate from Ranger School," sources say. So the generals basically busting the nuts of the people underneath them that women will graduate from Ranger School. All right, this bullshit. All right, Keating's story was quickly lambasted by former Ranger Training Brigade Colonel David Fivecoat and former Fort Benning Maneuver Center Commander General Scott Miller. Shameful individuals. General Miller is still on active duty. I believe he's a 4-star now. Fuck up and go up. He's got his knee pads on. And General Miller, if you see this video, I am retired from the United States military. If you wish to call me back onto active service and yell at me, I will gladly stand at attention. But I'm sitting here as a civilian calling you a fucking coward and a piece of shit for allowing this to happen. I would say you're a moral coward. You should have fucking stood up. Colonel Fivecoat is now retired with full pension and benefits. He adamantly claimed that there was no special treatment given to Geist and Haver, while demanding that Keating reveal her sources. Okay, now, in all honesty, I've had RIs and individuals who are in this class contact me and tell me basically the same shit. So, what are you going to fucking do? All right, instead of maintaining the standards, Fivecoat and Miller were more interested in persecuting whistleblowers. Part of the NCO creed, you maintain the standard. It's fucking in there. And if you're asking NCOs to violate the standard and then ask them to fucking shut their mouths about it, you're fucking out of your goddamn mind. I would do the same fucking thing. I wouldn't allow it to happen. You'd have to fucking, I'd have to be relieved and reassigned somewhere else. I just couldn't stand by and allow this to fucking happen. And I do have a track record of running my fucking suck hole when shit is fucked up. And all of my men I went to Iraq with came back alive because of it. And we'll get into that down the road. Meanwhile, U.S. Defense Watch was given documents that showed Haver had been one of 50 women at Fort Carson who spent 90 straight days, which basically pre-Ranger for Ranger School, which is not a big deal. All right, pre-Ranger is pre-Ranger. If you have to stay there for 6 fucking months to get ready for Ranger School, more power to you. Okay, they should not have, this shouldn't be a big deal. In fact, here's part that, you know, kind of contradicts this, but in fact, Haver flunked land navigation repeatedly at Carson and should never have been sent to Fort Benning in the first place. There you go. Even in the days of GPS, a ranger who can't use a map and compass is worthless as a golfer who can't putt. True statement. Okay, back in the day when I did the fucking shit, I didn't have a fucking GPS. I had a map and a compass, and I was pretty much always within 200 meters of where the fuck I was supposed to be. Okay, a couple times I fucked up. It happens, but they didn't happen that often. Okay, let's see. Miller was promoted to 4-star general and is currently serving as the commander of the all-U.S.-led forces in Afghanistan. 5-coat retired with full pension and TRICARE benefits. Again, fuck up, go up. All right, this is absolutely shameful. I'm sorry, I don't have any other word for it other than it's pathetically shameful. Let's see. While Keating's article hit the internet, Congressman Steve Russell, a former Army officer and Ranger School graduate, demanded to see Ranger School records of Geist and Haver. His attempts to obtain the records were repeatedly thwarted by the Secretary of the Army, John McHugh, which is probably another piece of shit, in my opinion. Okay, now, let's just be honest here. You destroy records, that's against fucking regulations. And I believe, last time I checked, I was told by some of the cadre back in the day that the records of Ranger School graduates are kept on file for 30 years. 30 years. So technically, they should be able to go back, pull my fucking record, and look at all the shit I did in Ranger School, because it should still be there. It shouldn't be destroyed. But because there's probably blatant evidence in these records, they were destroyed. Okay, again, this speaks volumes to what the fuck is going on. Now this is great here. 2 months later, Major Lisa Jaster, a 37-year-old mother of 2, graduated from Ranger School. 37. Mother of 2 kids. Hard to believe. For many, this is the bridge of diversity too far. Come on. A 37-year-old man would have a hell of a time graduating from Ranger School. Okay, when I went to Ranger School, there were some guys, 33, 35, 38, and out of those 3, the 38-year-old guy graduated, and he was a cook from the regiment. So he had no choice but to graduate, because when you leave the regiment for Ranger School, they tell you graduate or don't fucking come back. It's just that simple. So he had extra motivation. Let's see. A 37-year-old man graduating from Ranger School is miraculous. A 37-year-old mommy of 2 graduating is fraud. In my opinion, complete bullshit. That's just me, though. Let's see. After mommy Ranger's graduation, another baker's dozen of female graduates from the school in the last 3 years. Are you pissed off yet? Because I am. Okay, we were all hoping that the Secretary of Defense, James Mattis, would eradicate this PC madness infecting the military. I was kind of hoping that too. He hasn't done it yet, and that's fucking a shame, because it's going to ruin the goddamn Army, if it's not already ruined beyond repair now. Okay, there's some other words in here about Mattis, saying he's worthless. I don't see that. Maybe he's busy doing other things. Hopefully somebody puts a bug in his ear that he needs to fucking put a boot on the neck of the people running Ranger School and unfuck this whole fucking pretzel knot here. Since 2015, the Army believed it is doing a successful job at covering up what is really going on at Benning, a conspiracy to defraud the American people and our national security in order to place Pentagon diversity crusades and idiots like Senator Christian Gillibrand, who I call a cunt, a can't understand normal thinker. There you go. But hey, the truth comes out. Let's see. In June this year, sources at the Mountain Ranger camp in Dahlonega had informed the USDW that a female ranger student was indeed pregnant. Apparently, the student and her boyfriend were in the same ranger school class, and both students recycled during the bedding phase. While in the gulag, which sucked, by the way, when I was there. Nothing else to do, I guess, because back when I did it, when I went to ranger school, they chained me to a fucking lawnmower. But here, they can fucking bang because she got fucking pregnant. And they offered her a chance to recycle once she's done with maternity leave. And I bet you the dude kicked out of the fucking army. 10-1. It's not even mentioned here, but I'm 10-1. He's fucking out of the army. Okay, and we have the first female enlisted soldier to graduate Ranger School. Allegedly quitting during the first phase of training and was given more opportunities to restart the phase of the course, according to sources within the Airborne and Ranger Training Brigade. All right, when I went to Ranger School, every morning at RA changeover, they would ask everyone one question before everything started. Does anyone want to quit? I saw it happen probably 50 times. I quit. Boom. They walk out, they take his weapon, they walk him back to the Jeep. He's gone. They take him back, and he starts getting 3 meals, a hot and a cot, and that's it for him. He's gone. There's no, are you sure you want to quit? Okay, you can quit, and then you go back and they talk you back into it. Are you sure you want to quit? You can go back now. No. Once you fucking quit, that is fucking it. You are gone. Period. All right, this is just bullshit. I am more mad than I thought I would be at this. Let's see. She was given more recycles and even quit during the first phase. An RI source said, speaking on conditions of anonymity. If he was to, say his name, they would fucking crucify him. That's just the way it is. I'll get into my fucking situation down the road. But there's a reason why I didn't graduate. I didn't retire as Sergeant Major. And we'll get into that. Down the road from the first phase of Ranger School at Fort Benning is Sand Hill. Infantry recruits claimed that a clear double standard exists for their female counterparts, including lighter rucks, lower expectations, as in running and road marching, which are important in combat because, hey, you might have to run away, and you got to carry your own shit. That's the way it works. Wow, even the guys who were in Sand Hill with these chicks is fucking busting them out. Oh my God. There's an old saying, when there's smoke, there's fire. All right, I'm gonna get to the end here because we're running out of time, but here we go. What's happening at Fort Benning is a disgrace to the brave Rangers who went before in Sicily and Pointe du Hoc, on Omaha Beach, in Burma, in the Philippines, in Vietnam, Mogadishu, Iraq, Panama, and Afghanistan. Totally agree with that. Mattis, if you see this, you need to unfuck this shit because this is fucking gonna go sideways and it's gonna wind up fucking you in the ass. Anyway, that's me.